Welcome. My name is Janis Richman, and I am delighted to be here to talk to you about raising your vibration, rewiring, and finding your genius zone. And at 73, my vibration is the highest so far. And notice I said so far because I'm sure that there's more. So how do I keep that high frequency going? How do I recognize and utilize the wisdom that I've gathered on my life's journey to ensure that I have the most vibrant, meaningful, awesome third chapter of my life? Here's what I've found. Knowing what it is I want to be, do, and have in the years to come has kept me vibrant, motivated, and charges me up every day. And I'm clear that I want to be the navigator on this next leg of my journey and not just along for the ride. I have found that the key to staying vibrant is to not retire in the classic meaning of the word, but rather to focus on my genius zone and just keep rewiring, finding what is fulfilling and doing it. And to understand why rewiring is so important to staying vibrant, I want to take a few minutes to talk about frequency and what that means. I think most of us here will agree that all life is vibrating at certain frequencies, including us. The higher our vibration, the better we feel. And our thoughts affect how we feel. And the better we feel, the higher our vibration. Our bodies are constantly eavesdropping on our thoughts. And our bodies don't know what's real or what's not. So whatever we're thinking is going to affect our vibration. Whether we're conscious thoughts or whether they're subconscious thoughts, our bodies will take the cue. So what does all this have to do with the genius zone and rewiring instead of retiring? Well, when I think of retiring, I think about going to sleep, withdrawing from the day. The actual meaning of retire is to withdraw, to move away from. And when we withdraw, our energy, our vibration lowers and constricts. And when we think of retiring, we think of leaving our jobs, withdrawing from the workforce into leisure, relaxation, and for some of us, just sliding into the end of life. Well, retiring much of the time means losing the sense of purpose we had for getting up in the morning. You know, even if we didn't like what we were doing, we knew that in some way we were contributing. When that sense of purpose wanes, so does our frequency, and along with it, our vibrance and our sense of meaning. So imagine you have worked for 40 years as a productive manager or a marketing executive or a highly involved community leader, a housewife or mother. Imagine that you live alone now, isolated and in retirement. What happens to our vibration when there's a lack of stimulation and learning stops and we become socially isolated? What happens to our quality of life? When we're not expressing our full potential, our vitality diminishes and we become more susceptible to diseases of unfulfillment. So no matter what your present health is right now, you are still faced with the question of what will you do with the rest of your life? Despite any illnesses, how will you achieve some quality of life, daily contribution that gives you meaning and purpose? As elders, we need to know that we can achieve a future we can look forward to. You know, we want to know how we will think and ahead and act. And many people approach their later years worried about cognitive decline and increasing social isolation and the loss of meaningful and productive activities. Rewiring provides a way to look forward to our elder years as a vital, active time in our lives. Now, research is showing that mental exercise and activity are as important in preventing cognitive decline as anything else that we may do. And it's like muscles, you got to use it or lose it. And it applies equally to our brain. And as aging boomers and older persons, we need to discover our personal motivations to use in planning the last third of our life. And in many cases, it can last 30 years if we're lucky. You know, we're living longer than ever. We're a part of the longevity revolution. And productive aging is critical to us as individuals and to society. Elders need to feel productive, and society needs productive elders. To achieve quality of life, meaning, and significance with aging, we need to continue to acquire new knowledge and experience and to remain active at home, at work, and in our communities. It's in our calling, it's our wiring. As conscious humans, we are wired to grow. We need to grow in order to thrive, and rewiring is going towards a continuing upward. But how do we rewire? First, there's a shift in consciousness, which is what we're focusing on in this SageTalk. The actual tools you can use is a whole nother workshop. So be sure to stay in touch with us on the Elder Pride Facebook page to discover more about the upcoming classes we're going to be offering for the 2022 curriculum. Rewiring is all about your personal energy flow, where you want it to go, and how using it will fulfill your mind, body, and soul. You know, just because you turn out the light in your office for the last time, your energy doesn't stop flowing. That energy you use to spend in your work has to go somewhere. It needs to be rewired or rerouted. This personal energy flow, it's a part of you. It doesn't retire when you do. When people retire, they create their own rewire options by customizing them from their deepest, most personal needs, their genius zone. It's the process of taking this genius energy and rerouting into more satisfying alternatives. Rewiring is plugging in, turning on, flowing, and going. We are wired to want to leave a legacy. When we feel we're doing that, when we have value, relevance, and are connected to the generations before or after us, we are transformed. And once you make the decision to rewire, the next step is to identify what lights you up, finding your genius zone, making it work for you. So what is your genius zone? What are your special gifts and strengths? And everyone's is different. Perhaps you're an artist or a great storyteller, or maybe you're the best grandmother and really know how to talk to the younger generation. Your genius zone beckons you with increasingly strong calls as you go through your life. And here are some questions you can ask yourself to help discover your genius zone. And these are going to be on the Elder Pride Facebook page as well. What is it that I'm doing when I'm at my very best? What is it that I'm doing when I'm at my very best? What do I most love to do? I love it so much I can do it for long stretches of time without getting tired or bored. What is that? What work do I do that doesn't seem like work? What is my unique ability? There's a special gift that I'm gifted with that provides enormous benefits to me and any organization that I serve. So these questions will begin to get you thinking about what is your genius zone? And if you look into the essence of who you really are at the deepest level, you'll find a unique gift that you've been blessed with. That gift is your greatest contribution to the people around you. Do you know what your unique ability is? You may have discovered it already, but if you haven't, there are a few sentence stems you can use to fill in and to find your genius zone. And these will also be on the Elder Pride 2021 Facebook page. So be sure to go there and let us know what you've come up with. So here are some sentence stems for you. I'm at my best when I'm, fill in the blank. I'm at my best when I'm. Now, once you've come up with a simple, clear statement of what your best is, go a little deeper. For me, it may be doing my art or dancing. The next sentence stem is when I'm at my best, the exact thing I'm doing is. When I'm at my best, the exact thing I'm doing is. Now here you can go for a more detailed description. So for me, it might be when I'm working on my alphabets project or learning a new dance step, I'm at my best. So I've gone into more detail. Then go even deeper with a sentence like this one. When I'm doing that thing that I love the most, it is about. how it makes me feel. It is about, what is it about? It makes me feel creative. It expands my heart. So try these sentence stems. And again, you'll find these on the Elder Pride Facebook page. But for some of you, this may be an easy process, and for others, it may feel overwhelming. But here's what I know for sure. The moment you make a sincere commitment to living in your genius zone, something magical happens. You're propelled in that direction. Once you're in that zone, commitment can keep you centered there. And here's something else. Your genius zone is ageless. At any point in time, we can discover a new skill or talent, a new way to contribute. Rewiring also means taking wisdom from the past and marrying it to something entirely new. Well, for me, I'm taking lessons on a new drawing program, and I have revitalized drawings that I did from 40 years ago. So I'm marrying those two. So you're not restricted by what you already know. You can add to it at any time. The only thing that's holding you back is your limiting thoughts about what's possible. Unless you're very lucky or very enlightened, you're likely to hear the committee telling you you're not worthy or why you should be afraid. Now, those voices are just part of the deal. Just notice them, thank them, and do it afraid. That's all you need to do with them. You don't need to rid yourself of them. Where would they go anyway? All you need to do is acknowledge them, wave to them, let them know you're aware of them, then get busy learning to live in your genius zone. So kick the retire word to the curb and go for rewiring. Just making that shift in thinking will elevate your frequency and your spirit will love it. And here's what I'm sure of. We are all children of God and we're all deserving of our good. There is nothing that we have done or said or think that we have done or said or what we think others think we have done or said that can keep us from finding our true purpose, our genius zone. When we decide that we are deserving of living in our purpose, we have made the first step in a decision to rewire. I know that this is true for me, and I know it is true for you. And so it is. Thank you.